Hi, I'm Brandon,
And I'm Carly.
and we're the Healthy Homesteaders.
So here we're talking about health, homesteading, of course, faith, family, kind of everything in between.
So who are we and what do we exactly do on our little homestead? I am a chiropractor and I practice the technique called applied kinesiology, where we utilize muscle testing and reflex points just to kind of figure out the root cause of someone's health concerns. And I also take more of a functional approach to things and just try to view the person as a whole as opposed to just looking at them as symptoms. And what do I do on the homestead? I take more of a lead on the animals, and specifically right now we have chickens. We have a whole bunch of egg-laying chickens right now with
How
plans.
many? Tell them how many.
I think we're about 45. Yeah, probably
At one
45.
point it was 60 a couple months ago. We started at 5.
But we started at 5 chickens, that is correct. And that was a little under 2 years ago already. And it's grown to about approximately 45 chickens right now. And I also take a little bit more of the lead of the construction, deconstruction, land clearing, cultivating, just helping out with that. I mean, we do everything pretty much together, but there's certain things that we take more, I guess, not necessarily ownership, but like taking more of the lead on, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, it's nice.
what do you take
Brandon's
more of the
Brandon's gonna collect the eggs. I know that's happening there too. I'll get him here and there, but really that's his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's like the chicken master, knows all the tips and tricks in that, and I'm kind of along for the ride with that. He joked at first when we first got them and said, "All right, I'll kind of take the lead on the chickens, and you'll do the garden." And I thought, this is a good deal. Like, I've got the easy one here, and he's got the hard job. But then I came to realize I don't think that was really the case. Like, the garden's actually a lot of work too.
It is.
And starting the garden from complete scratch, not knowing anything, no background in gardening at all too. It was learning a lot in that. So now we're a year and a half, 2 years in. We've done 2 gardens,
We've
summer
had 2
gardens.
seasons, 2 gardens. We have 5 raised beds currently, but we're going to be planning on adding into that, expanding, one, going vertical and also more horizontal with our coverage, using trellises, cattle panels, which I can show you how we do that in our garden as well too, because we're actually going to be transplanting our garden to a different location for more sunlight, which we have many things that I wish we could go back and do over back when we first started, but this is a learning experience, as I'm hoping this will be for you as well too. You guys can learn from our mistakes, and also we can help you walk through a whole bunch of other things as well too along our journey, because we're still growing and learning as we speak. We have plans to install a high tunnel to enjoy more garden space as well too, and I can show you more too later on of how we'll use that as a chicken shelter and potentially other animal shelter during the winter months as well too, because here in Michigan, I don't know if you can see behind us, but we get snow, it gets cold. We're gonna be hitting that really cold Arctic freeze coming up here when this video comes out, I believe. So hope everybody's able to stay warm.
And so, I mean, the homestead always has a million things going on. But when I'm not homesteading and at home tending to garden things and meal prepping and preserving things, I'm working as a PA. So I work as a PA, physician assistant, and more of a functional medicine family practice role. So seeing newborn babies to elderly folks in their 90s as well. It's awesome. It's great getting a chance to collaborate and learn and partner with people in their healthcare and in their journeys to health there as well. And so in addition to homesteading stuff and the topics of that, hence the Healthy Homesteaders, both being healthcare professionals, a chance to just share some holistic tips and tricks and things along the way.
Yeah.
So,
because there's so many things that go into health. We believe that there's like a physical component of health, there's a nutritional component, there's an emotional and mental component as well too, along with a spiritual component. And if any of those are off and not in alignment, pun intended, chiropractor, that they can affect health just in general too. And we want to be able to help walk you through those journeys as well too, especially some like probably hot button topics out there too, and just kind of walking through like our perspective, like from my perspective as a chiropractor and your perspective as a physician assistant as well too. We're learning as we continue to go, as we said, and we just want to help be a resource for you in multiple avenues and facets.
yeah. It's funny you say, me as a chiropractor, me as a PA. It's funny, a lot of people ask us all the time, how do you get along? You're both coming from different worlds and that there too. That I guess that's a whole nother video in and of itself. But we do get along. We really like each other. And,
yeah, we really do love each other. We really do.
And we see the world in a similar view as well too, just having come from different backgrounds, but also similar in some ways, and having the overlap and seeing that too, which has been cool.
There are healthy challenges, I guess. It's never like where we're at each other's throats, but we could have healthy discussion with like, okay, if this is where I'm more so coming with from this perspective, and then Carly might be like, oh, I'm actually coming more so from this perspective, and we just talk it out. Do some research if we need to do as well too, because that's always just kind of important, just to kind of figure out what we truly believe and kind of
continually humbling ourselves and ever learning in life. And but yeah, dinner table conversations are continually, health topics and talking through this and that. And I think
except when my dad's around, and he does not like.
Yeah,
those
our family bans us from a lot of health conversations too. They don't want to hear about the blood and guts and gory things and everything.
Not saying there's a lot of blood and guts, but yes, there can be some funny stories, which I'm sure we'll probably share at some point as well too, for a couple of good laughs and whatnot.
But totally. So what to expect and what are we going to talk about? Like I said, health, homesteading, faith, family, everything in between. I feel like that's the synopsis short of that. But a lot of holistic health tips and tricks, a lot of swaps and such too. Something we're passionate about is a lot of like ditch and switch type things and limiting toxins in the home and in our environment there too. Being plugged into our food and our environment, preserving and being mindful in eating, mindful in fueling our body well with food from the Lord and food from God versus food from man and processed as well too. And so
you almost call them like wholesome foods instead of just
wholesome foods as well too. Nutrient dense foods of course too. Those are ways that we talk about it with our family as well too.
Yeah. And I guess quick synopsis of what got us going down this route. Yeah. When I was in chiropractic school, I was bored with studying and I wanted to take a little break. And I found this video online. It was called Food Incorporated, and I was like, oh, this seems kind of interesting. I probably should watch this with my future in holistic medicine. And I watched it and I was just blown away by it. I mean, it was a really well done movie. Highly encourage you guys to watch it. It really gives a different perspective of what truly our food industry is like and how this can affect our health as well too. There's one particular individual that really stuck out to me. His name was Joel Salatin from Polyface Farms. He just really opened my eyes of like how we can use our animals or our garden to not only suit us well, but also treat the environment well as well too, because God gave us this beautiful earth and we want to make sure we take care of it to the best of our abilities. And it's just a lot of regenerative agricultural or permaculture concepts, I should say, that he enlightened me on, and I was like, hey Carly, I think when we move back to Michigan, I would really like to get some chickens and maybe a garden as well too. And we're thankfully blessed with a wonderful property, and I think we're just under 4 acres, like 3.7 acres, and we're trying to steward it as best we can. And yeah, let's start with 5 chickens and a couple of garden beds, and
it multiplies.
It goes by very fast. I think there's a saying out there in the homestead community. It's called chicken math, and I can definitely say that it's a true thing out there.
Yeah.
So kind of what got us going, and thankfully she was very supportive of my wishes and desires, because they were hers as well too. After talking about it some more, so we're very grateful that we could share that same passion and just kind of let it fuel us as we continue on this journey.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's so cool, and a chance to collaborate and grow together and involve family in it as well too, and teaching and getting our children out there and working the land and playing in the garden and seeing that. There's nothing better. Teaching them chores, teaching them responsibilities, and it's awesome for that. There's so many things that it's really bonded us as a couple, which has been awesome, and then also as a family too. And there's nothing like being plugged into the land and working the land that God has given us. So that's a blessing, and we are forever grateful for taking the leap and jumping into this. I think, or what were you going to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say I completely agree with what you're saying, and I'm just trying to think of ways that we can better suit you guys. And if there's ever any questions, like whether it's homestead related or questions with health or just things out there that you're concerned or curious about, leave comments for us. Facebook, YouTube, I'm not exactly sure what else we're going to be using for platforms right now.
We have Instagram too.
Oh, we have
he doesn't have
Instagram.
Instagram, so he doesn't know how that thing works.
Exactly. But yeah, please, we want us to be a dialogue. We're a team effort here. We want to be able to help bring any concerns or questions to the light, and then also we'll help you as best we can with those questions and thoughts as well too. If you have ideas for potential videos as well too, we'd love to hear them. And we're kind of, again, new to this first video, of course.
Yeah, our awkwardness. Thank you for
yes,
appeasing
thank
us.
Thank you for bearing with us.
But yeah, I mean, when we first started this about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, almost 2.
It was really more a year and a half ago, I feel like, when we started homesteading and everything too. Like started the garden and first got the chickens about a year and a half ago it was or so. But I look back and I'm like, wow, we've come so far. I wish that we would have documented this and gone back and done this from the start as well too. But
we'll have some pictures to maybe share,
yeah,
but
we'll
we
share
wish
kind
we
of
would
where
have
we've
taken
been.
more.
But we're like, why not now? Like no time like the present to start this. Let's do it now. Better now than never as well too.
And you get to see us grow as we continue going on, even though we're a year and a half into this.
So join along, follow along.
Yeah, follow, subscribe. I'm trying to remember all the terms out there, but
like, subscribe, press the bell or anything like that.
Anything like that. But yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope that you find this channel to be helpful, and we can go along this journey together in a healthier manner as we enjoy our time here on Earth.
Peace.